Hi, hello, welcome. Alright, tell me, what's the plan? Fine. How many people are playing? Okay, then just type in your John Henry. Great, that takes care of that. You want to make a date for instructions? You want it? No instructions. Well, that's it for me. Now, my friend, you're off to the fancy shell game. Adios.
Choose your alter ego.
You've reached a dimension where high culture and pop culture collide.
Welcome to our Sloppy Seconds episode. This one's all about things that come in second. You can think of it as our way of saying, try a little harder next time, loser. Hey everybody, welcome to You Don't... Oh, it's just you. Okay, take your seats please, it's time for liftoff. Give me a little buzzer action and I'll give you an amount. The value of this question comes to $5,000. Your category's gonna be, if at first you don't succeed, make a sequel. It's go time. Which of these movies is not a sequel? Aliens, Revenge of the Ninja, Max Dugan Returns, or Airplane 2? Max Dugan Returns wasn't a sequel at all. But I'm still waiting for Max Dugan Returns Episode 1 to come out. I've already bought my tickets. Yep, stood in line for 8 hours in my Max Dugan costume. Go ahead and grab an amount. Let's make this one worth $5,000. This one's called Pate. Speaking of sequels, I think the problem with Speed 2 Cruise Control was that they strayed too much from the original formula. If instead of a cruise ship they had set Speed 2 on a bus, what would we have seen? A runaway airplane, a runaway parade float, a runaway sailboat, or a runaway bicycle. That's all I'm saying. A smaller boat would have been just fine. You see, a bus is a fishing boat. You use it to, catch herring. And Dennis Hopper could have even played the evil, out-of-control herring. Like he did in that Waterworld movie. Get a value. This question comes out to around $4,500. I'm calling this one, Toilet Humor Stinks. You know what I love about kids? The way they hold up one finger for pee-pee and two fingers for poo-poo. I tell you, I wish I could remember that sometimes. Anyway, since he popularized V is for victory, who probably showed two fingers to his parents as a child to signal, I am going to take a most triumphant poop. Winston Churchill, George Washington, Napoleon Bonaparte, or Douglas MacArthur. That crazy Brit himself, Winston Churchill, became famous for flashing the V is for victory sign during WW2.
Cheerio and good morning, dearest mummy. Please prepare the commode for one of my most glorious poo-poos.
Go ahead and choose a value. Okay then, what do you think about this? $2,500. Time to start swatting bugs. Hello, and welcome to And
Bug
remember,
out.
simply buzz in to kill those bugs that don't belong to the set. And you'll be working up to a final round value of $2,500. Okay, batten down the hatches, cause we're heading toward the Windy City. Here we go. TV shows set in Chicago. Buzz in when you see one that's not.
Morgan Mindy. Good times. The West Wing.
Chicago Mobsters.
Ready, Julio! Yeah, full time down. George, Bud, Moran! Gary McCormick! Woo!
Songs by the band Chicago.
Your inspiration. Our habits of brain. Sweet home Alabama. Do not a no. Stay the night. Roll the dice. Look away. Some life was the sport. Woo!
Chicago sports teams.
Bears. Blackhawks.
Chicago schools.
University of Chicago. Loyola. Northeastern. Northwestern. Boston. Woo!
Actors who began at the Second City Theater.
Mary Belafonte. Woo!
Chicago buildings.
John Hancock Center. In the yard. Woo!
Well, you certainly rock. Want to get back to the game? Go ahead and picking them out. The reward for this question is $27.50. We're calling this one Tiny Jockeys Who Ride Atoms. Ready? Catch this. Suppose you accidentally mistake the periodic table of the elements for horse racing results. It could happen. If you go by the atomic numbers, which horses will you think won, placed, and showed? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, oxygen, fluorine, neon, carbon, calcium, nitrogen, or sodium, magnesium, boron? Hydrogen, helium, and lithium have the atomic numbers of 1, 2, and 3, so they would appear to have won, placed, and showed.
Helium, you ran a great race today. What's your secret?
Well, I just get plenty of sleep and I try to get out there every day and practice really hard. Hi, Mom.
Time to pick a value. Here's what you can win on this one. $4,000. This category is, does a dog day afternoon precede a three-dog night? Now, you may not remember it, but at some point in your life, you've heard that song, One by Three Dog Night, right? You know how one is the loneliest number and everything? Okay, well, how about this? According to Three Dog Night, what is 2? The loneliest number since the number 1, a friend you can always count on, a big fat doodly-doo, or an ice cream sundae for me and you. If you believe that 3 Dog Night, 1 is the loneliest number, 2 is the loneliest number since the number 1. Perhaps somebody should introduce numbers 1 and 2 to the concept of deodorant? Choose a value. Okay, this one's worth $4,000. The category is, oh, the Spud Manatee. Here's the question. If an inexperienced chef accidentally twice baked Mr. Potato Head, what would happen to the Spudly toy? He'd get deep fried in oil, he'd get mashed to a pulp, he'd get chopped into 8 sections, or he'd get boiled until his skin peels off. A twice-baked potato involves baking the potato, then mashing it, then, get this, baking it again. Can you imagine? I'd stay away from the liver and onions, too. I think they were playing Operation back there in the kitchen. Time to choose a value. The total amount for this one is $4,500. This one's called It Ain't Over Till the Urine's Been Tested. Yes, it's time for another exciting episode of Robot Theater! Today, a scene from sports history.
So, Ben Johnson, how does it feel to win the gold medal in the 100-meter dash? Canada must be very proud of you. Well, I don't like to brag about how incredibly fast I am, but stop! We have just received the results of your drug test. You have tested positive for steroids, an illegal substance. Your gold medal will go to the second-place finisher.
Oh my God! Who ultimately won the gold medal in the men's 100-meter dash at the 1988 Summer Olympics? Edwin Moses, Bruce Jenner, Carl Lewis, or Ben Johnson? As if he didn't have enough of them already, Carl Lewis was awarded the 88 100-meter gold medal after Ben Johnson was DQ'd. Carl Lewis also won the '92 gold medal after it was revealed that the winner actually crossed the finish line on a motorcycle. Buzz in for the amount. The price on this question is $47.50. What in the... I can't read this.
It's time
Remember, unscramble the anagram and then buzz in with the answer. You act fast, you get more cash. Right out of the gate, this one's going to be worth $47.50. Okay, take a look at this anagram, unscramble the letters, and tell me what you come up with. Deprive incest. You want it? You got it. Type in the answer and hit return. Yes, of course, the Vice President of the United States. You can generally spot him at major sporting events. He'd be the guy waving the enormous foam finger, screaming, "I'm number 2! I'm number 2! Woo-hoo! Yeah, in your face, man!" Grab that value. Let's see what this one comes to. $4,000. Let's have a big warm welcome for If Life Were a Playground, There Would Be No Divorce. All right, tuck it in. We're moving. Who must have called a do-over with Melanie Griffith after their first marriage ended? Don Johnson, Antonio Banderas, Michael Douglas, or Kevin Costner? Melanie Griffith was Don Johnson's first and second wife. Yeah, they got divorced and then got remarried. Now might be an appropriate time to offer a collective thanks be to God that he didn't call a do-over when it came to his singing career. Pick a value. The total value for this one is $12.50. Here we have Be All That You Can Be in polyester. Now, what would this episode be without some mention of that Saks Fifth Avenue of second-hand clothing, the Salvation Army? Suppose the Salvation Army were to declare war on the wealthy. Given where the Salvation Army began, whom would you expect to see leading the charge into battle? Russians in second-hand Hawaiian shirts, Brits in stained leisure suits, Canadians in ripped bell-bottoms, or Spaniards in ill-fitting plaid pants. The Salvation Army was started in London by a guy named William Booth back in the 1860s.
All right, men, we've got to take that hill. Call headquarters and tell them, "Oh no, Edmund's down. He's lost his rainbow suspenders. Repeat, he's lost his rainbow suspenders."
Buzz in for the value. Okay, keep close tabs on that value. You're about to take on a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is, just tell me which one is the hot one. Okie dokie, I'm going to read off a list of 7 sets of siblings, real and fictional, and I'd like you to tell me if they are twins or not. As each pair comes up, if they're twins, go ahead and press 1. Hey, I'm ready if you are. Give me 30 seconds on that clock. Let the games begin. Brandon and Brenda on 90210. Liam and The Bobsy Matthew and one more. The Smothers Brothers. That's all she wrote. Now that's how you do it. Try some of this. Well, you know what they say. Good things happen to good people. Pick a value. For this one, I'll give you $2,000. Get yourself ready for When One Dick Is Not Enough. Okay, it's analogy time. Get your analogies right here. Pope John Paul I is to Pope John Paul II as Dick York is to Dick Clark, Dick Sargent, Dick Van Patten, or Dick Sargent replaced Dick York on Bewitched, just like the equally hilarious Pope John Paul II replaced Pope John Paul I. In fact, now that I think about it, the only difference between the two is that one lived with a witch, while the other condemned witches to the fires of hell, where they would burn in eternal damnation. Take a value. Let's see the amount on this one. 2,250 smackers. Well, look what I found. Waiter, there's a Charo in my soup. Okay, listen very closely. If Charo actually excuse me. Oh boy. Nothing like seeing your lunch for the second time, huh? Boy, wow, look at this. There's chunks of eggplant and tomatoes and zucchini, peppers all over the place. Thank God I don't have to clean that up, huh? Say, what did I just vomit up? Ratatouille, Hassenpfeffer, chowder, or bouillabaisse? In addition to being a funny word that doesn't sound the way you'd think it would, ratatouille is a vegetable stew made with eggplant, tomatoes, zucchini, and peppers. And now I get to enjoy the delicious taste of ratatouille all over again. I'm joking. That's a dog licking it up. Good boy. Come here. I got some between my teeth. Yeah. Pick any amount. All right then. Grab hold of something. All rise. The Jack Attack is now in session. Now, you know all about this. All you need is to get a clue. The second baby in the baby carriage. You know, I'm a second child. Growing up wasn't too bad, except for trying to fit into my older sister's hand-me-downs. Well, it didn't kill you, so I hope it made you stronger. Let's see if it killed your final score. There it is. Wow, that was an intense game. That was really thrilling. You were by far the best player we had. Now do me a favor. Look to your left, now look to your right, and repeat after me.
You don't know Jack!
Mr. Johnson's magic powder will make you invisible.
Me?
Yes, you.
Really?
How?
Just add